Go ahead and get started. Just want to start by just thanking the fans that showed up today. Created a tremendous environment in the stadium, and when we needed them most there on that last drive, they were loud. And just really appreciate the fans and the students that showed up to support us tonight. Really proud of our players, our staff. They put a lot into this. This was a big game for us. It's one that we needed, and they worked really hard. And we knew it was going to be hard. It was going to be a four-quarter game. We're going to have to make plays at the end on either side or either phase, and we did that and came out with the victory. But the team just has never quit. They keep fighting, they keep getting better, and they keep believing in each other, and that's why we've won a game. So with that, I'll go ahead and open up for questions.
Chris, the defensive stand there at the end, and then the whole stand, and then especially for Isaiah Wharton to be in on that last play after, some plays he probably wanted some redemption.
You know what? I'm happy for the defense. We scored a touchdown earlier in the game. That obviously was the difference in the score. But all those guys just really fought hard. With what we do defensively with our corners, pass interference calls are going to happen. Whether we agree with them or don't agree with them, they're called, and if they're called, that's what they are. But we have to have thick skin. We got to be able to bounce back, and Isaiah did that. And when he had another opportunity to make a play, he did it. And it was a critical one, obviously, to win the game. So, but really happy with the effort of all those guys on defense.
Do you feel that everyone was prepared and ready to go when they had to make that quarterback change at the end?
Yeah, we had to go play. We wouldn't know anything about the kid, other than where he's from and where he's at on the depth chart. But, our guys, continue to execute our calls and play with great effort and be in the right spots. Obviously that kid had been well trained, came in and executed some calls and made some plays. And so hats off to him, but we made the plays that we needed to.
It certainly looked like that 4th and 1 play was movement on the line.
You want me to get in trouble here?
I'm saying it myself to make sure you're in control. What does it say? And that's the kind of play that might have made your team collapse last year. What does it say about the ability to stop them for the field goal? And then
it might have made us collapse earlier in the year. To be honest, that was a big call. The good thing is, though, it didn't go our way, but our players responded, held them to the field goal, and obviously we gave up a touchdown there, and it's going to look a little bleak. The outcome might be a little bit different, but the fact that we were able to hold it together and overcome it and hold them to a field goal was huge. That was a huge swing in the game right there.
To piggyback off that, you went down for a touchdown, 11 plays. Can you get a sense that really swung the momentum going down and getting a touchdown to tie the game?
Yeah, it did. I think it did. I think our offensive line played outstanding today. I think our running backs ran exceptionally hard today. O-line ran block. They protect the quarterback pretty well today. But honestly, I never felt like at any point in that game that we couldn't go down and score if we didn't make mistakes and we protected the football. And a couple drives where we had things going, we made a mistake or two that stalled the drive. But those last 2 drives, obviously, to tie and to take the lead, they were very well executed, very well called, and just so happy with the O-line and all the offensive players to be able to do that.
Chris, and then you win the game basically on a passing play to Gus Edwards. What about that call in particular, and do you think the run almost set up that pass there?
Yeah, again, it just comes down to execution more than anything. We call a particular play. Defenses are in certain calls, and sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Obviously, when they work, it looks like a great call, and everybody's happy, and everyone's a genius when they work, and when they don't, everyone's wondering what the hell you did. But I thought it was a good call, well-executed call. It happened to be matched up against the right defensive call that Maryland had, and Gio, we protected. Gio, threw the ball. Gus caught it and made a guy miss and went for a touchdown. So, yeah, great call. Well executed.
Kai Hester made a couple more big plays today. How big has he been, especially with all the injuries to the secondary?
Well, I'll single him out. He got obviously huge interception. He's had opportunities for some really big ones and could have had an unbelievable year statistically right now from interception standpoint. But he's a guy that's been around here a lot. He's played a lot of football, and he makes some really key plays in critical situations for us. And to be able to do what he did today was outstanding. But the secondary, I can't say enough about those guys. To be where we're at from an injury standpoint and to be able to play the way that we've been able to play. It's not always pretty and it's not always perfect, but you know what? We're doing what we need to give ourselves a chance to win. So that whole group, is really outstanding. I can't say enough about what they've done.
Chris, big picture, 4 and 5. You start thinking about possibly contending for a bowl game.
I don't even want to talk about that. I don't want to hear about that. I'm worried about letting our players celebrate this victory. We got a huge game next week. We go play a really good team next Saturday in a really tough environment. A team that just obliterated us last year. We got to worry about getting better. That's our focus. That's been our focus. And I know fans and me want to talk about that stuff. We're not talking about that one bit here. It's about celebrate this one, show up tomorrow, reset our focus, and just try to keep getting better.
What does it say about your secondary that you're able to go to guys and trust guys like Zane Campbell, Dakota Bailey, Jay Harris that weren't really in the mix a couple months ago?
It's about preparation. It says a lot about their preparation, their focus. We talk about game reps and mental reps. They may not get a lot of game reps in practice, with the first or second team, but they're getting mental reps. They're paying attention in meetings, and when their opportunity comes, they're ready to go. And it does say a lot about those kids that they really care about their performance, and they really are concerned about when they get their opportunity that they're ready to go, and they've done an outstanding job with that.
First impressions of Gio's performance. The numbers aren't great, but I mean,
you know what? We needed to run the ball. We did that. We knew we had to pass some, and we did that. There were a few drops today too. There were some huge plays out there that late in the first half, Jerome dropped a really big play that may have put points on the board, there at the end. So it's not all the quarterback, but he managed the game. He protected the ball, did what we needed to do. I don't know. We didn't have any turnovers today, did we?
Just the one at the end of the first half.
Yeah. I don't count that. So I count that as no turnovers again today. So that's 3 in a row, in my opinion. You guys may write differently, but that's three games in a row, and we won the turnover takeaway battle today, in my opinion. I'm going to give a big shout out to our kickoff coverage team. Those guys, came to play. That was a really good kickoff return team. They had some dangerous returners back there. And again, I keep talking about our kickoff return team is really a microcosm of our culture. We've got offensive players, defensive players, freshmen, older guys that come together, and they know how important that one rep is. And man, they flew down the field, and they were physical today, and they changed the field position with that unit. And I'm so proud of those guys.
Chris, from an injury standpoint, Janarian later in the week, did something change where he couldn't go? And then any update on KJ Gray?
No update on KJ Gray. He took obviously a pretty big hit and was out. I don't know what that will mean for the future. Janarian, went out of the Michigan game last week, was unable to get game ready as we went through the week. And then, Kamoko was kind of the same thing. Kamoko suffered an injury during the week. It was a game time, really game time decision on whether he could go or not. He gave it a try, went out and had some reps, was unable to go a whole lot today. So we're a little banged up, but everybody is. And again, next man up. And thought Elam came in and did a really nice job. C.J. Onechi played today, some at that position. So we just got to hopefully we get him back.
Chris, you guys were 8 for 14 on third downs today. How important is that to sustaining drives and wearing down the Maryland defense, especially late in the game?
Yeah, it's everything. Third down, we talk about critical situations and our plan to win, and third down is the one that comes up the most. And, in the games that we've lost, we have not been really good on third down. The games that we've won, we've been able to. And today we were pretty good on third down. We were able to run the ball. That's the most important thing. We were in more third and shorts or third and mediums. Stay out of 3rd and 10, your third down success is going to be a lot better. And that's what we were able to do today because we could run the ball. So hats off to the offense for staying on schedule and putting us in those third and short, third and medium situations that are a lot easier to convert.